Okay, back at it again. Superior, issue 1. Okay, we almost finished the roughs. So, I know it's been a while. I've been concentrating on my bike for a minute here, but now I'm jump back on the art. Because I'm like so close to finish roughing in this comic book where I could just start doing the inks and start putting in the text and dialogue and stuff, so I can get around to trying to get it print up and everything. Then I can show y'all, the whole process of sending it off to the publisher to get printed up. Instead of trying to beg Marvel or DC or Image or Dark Horse, one of them to publish it for you or whatever, you can get it printed up yourself. And then, if you get you some money, you can go to one of these conventions and, one of these Comic-Cons or whatever, set your booth up and sell your stuff yourself. Get you some shirts, print you some shirts up and stuff like that. I mean, even though that's not what I'm going to be doing, because that's what I wanted to do in the past before I got disabled. Right now, I wouldn't be able to do that with my nerve damage and stuff like that. Like right now, I'm trying to do this, one of my hands are like numb. But anyway, let's get back at it. I think I probably did a little bit work off camera, but I'm on page 23. So this is the last 2 pages we coming up on. I got this is a 24-page book. I'm up to page, right now I'm up to page 23, I believe. Alright, so let's get into it. Let me see, I set up all my layers. Like right now, I put a reference, because I sketched this page out, so I got a reference layer, which is what I'm working from. But I'm going to copy the reference layer on my sketch layer in blue ink. Then once I get that all taken care of and get everything laid out in the book, mostly like I like, and then I'll come back and do an ink layer where I put in all the details that I'm not putting in on this rough layer. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, everybody who do their comic books and stuff, they probably got their own process of the way they do it. I mean, cause a lot of people I see that do books that's on YouTube and stuff like that, they do one or the other. Like they like to pencil and ink and draw and stuff, and then they have somebody else do the story and all that type stuff for them. Then you got a few guys that's like me. They do everything. They do all that stuff, and they just happen to be better at certain parts than others. Like some of the guys might be better storytellers than they are artists, or some might be better artists storytellers. But yeah, it's a couple of guys that I watch that do their own comic books. I'm gonna tell you one thing I noticed about some of these guys that do comic books that's not like the total professional guys. They a lot of time people stick too strict to the anatomy, like books and stuff. Like when you look at their artwork, the artwork look like they copy mannequins or something, Like sometimes you're supposed to draw your character. They superheroes. They like doing unbelievable stuff. So sometimes the anatomy won't fit what you're trying to make them do, and they're supposed to. You're supposed to exaggerate the anatomy and stuff sometimes, but some of these guys they stick too strict to their like they might get a they have these anatomy like figures and stuff like the old G.I. Joe action dolls, toys and stuff like that. They have that for anatomy, like little, so you can pose them in certain positions. Like if you can't figure out how to draw certain positions and stuff, you would use these figures to help you with that. And some of the guys, it's like they copy that strictly, so it makes it look like their artwork look like they drawing mannequins and stuff instead of real live people. And I guess that could be hard to distinguish, because sometimes when you're taught to be an artist, you're taught to draw stuff exactly how you see it. And I think that's where I remember growing up in elementary school and stuff, me and a guy named Willie. And a lot of y'all might know Willie because Willie went on to get a little famous on Def Comedy Jam and stuff like that. He used to be the one to do the RoboCop impression and stuff like that. And I don't know if people know or not, but Willie is a really talented artist. But Willie used to always copy what he see. Like he was good at drawing images from the comic books and stuff, what you see and stuff. So we had a big issue about which was better, drawing from your imagination or drawing what you see all the time. And I guess that's what I'm talking about now. People get stuck in what they see and not using their imagination a little bit, and it makes their artwork look, when it comes to like some of the comic book characters and stuff, their stuff look really stiff, like mannequins. But yeah, me and Willie used to have a debate about drawing what you see versus using your imagination. I don't know what happened to Willie, but Willie went on to do some stand-up comedy and stuff, the RoboCop impression thing. Got him far. He used to do Apollo and stuff. He was on all that stuff. Yeah, I went to school really, and I don't know if people know he's a real talented artist though. Not just a comedian, I guess. Okay, so I got to pick. Okay, that panel is done. That's the first panel. And can you see that? Good. I ain't got the greatest lighting. I guess that'll be the next thing I work on. Everybody, I got a lot of complaints about my audio, so I did steps to try to improve that. I don't know how well I did that, but now I'm gonna be working on my lighting. I guess I'm going to get one of them little rings or whatever, light rings stuff. I'm not really trying to make a career out of this. This is just supposed to be me doing stuff out of enjoyment. But people start watching your videos and then the audio's messed up, dude. I'm like, I didn't do this to be like a professional audio or video person. I'm like just an average old guy who just started recording stuff he liked to do in life. Cause I put it on hold for so long, and now that I'm retired, decide, you know what? You need to do some stuff that you put on hold. You ain't got no excuses now. You can't blame it on taking care of your kids. They all grown. You can't blame it on taking care of your wife. Like if I don't do my drawing and art stuff now, even though I feel like I'm a sad representation of myself because my hands and stuff ain't what they used to be. But I ain't got no excuses. I got the time now. Can't blame nobody but myself if I don't take advantage of it. That goes for any of y'all out there, if you get the time to do it, do it. Cause life is short. Find that out the hard way. That pandemic, boy, that put a whooping on me. Took out a lot of people that I love and people that I thought that was gonna be around forever. Not here no more. Can't wait to get into the story part of this book, because I don't know about y'all, but I think it's a great story. And plus, this book right here, I help put some help explain the other books I've done already, the first two books. Give a little more enlightenment to the whole world that you step into when you start reading this book or these books. Because I didn't just throw a book together and what's in there. I created a whole world and a whole background world for these characters that I have. They don't exist on Earth. This not no earthly characters. They ain't got nothing to do with Earth. And some of the issues might sound familiar with what's going on in the world today, but it's not taking place on Earth. Okay, y'all did get to see that clearly up there. So this is him bringing himself to a complete halt from being forced back like this. You have to see the previous page to understand what's going on in that panel. And this panel is after he regained himself and now he's going back forward. You know, that classic old Superman pose type Superman pose. This, I remember as a little kid, this is what I used to draw all the time. I mastered this pose right here when I was a kid. This Superman pose. You know, with the fists. Yep, I used to draw this over and over and over, this little pose. So I used to, oh my God. Then you had the one with the knee down. here in that pose. I'm kind of rushing this. I mean, I did put some detail in there, but I will touch all that up eventually when I come back to do the inking. So, trying to make sure y'all can see that pretty good. Okay, that's coming in pretty clear. Alright, that panel is done. We're gonna, I'm trying to figure out what was this I drew here. Okay, so that panel done. We're gonna do some out in space type background with this. Alrighty, next panel. This panel, him and the champion, they tossing it up in this panel right here. They going blow for blow right here. At least that's what I'm trying to depict in this panel. Yeah, man, I got a whole lot of, I think I got 3 other books that I got in different stages of completion. I got one character called the Alley Cat. I think I'm gonna go a little more lighthearted on that book. As far as it'll be more like comedy stuff that goes on. You know, like something on the lines of like Deadpool, Spider-Man, you know, the comedy type stuff going on like that. But the difference is like Deadpool would you know, what they call that, break the what's the name, barrier, and would like have conversations with the reader and stuff like that. Alley Cat, his conversations are with his stick, and I don't mean like sexually or nothing like that stick. I mean his actual stick. He has a stick from the elder tree. Elder tree is in the Awakened Lands, the ancient tree, which wood from that tree has great power. And a lot of my characters that carry around a stick or something, if you see them with stick or wood related weapons, more than likely that's what that's in reference to the elder tree. Wood from the elder tree is very powerful in this world. And Alley Cat has a stick from the elder tree. Which he's capable of communicating with. And the stick has a very unique personality. So that's where all the comedy and stuff will be coming from in that book. It's basically from the stick. Yep, trying to rough this in right quick. I got some update too on my DIY kit, my dual smart. I think what was it called? Smart dual motor controller. Yeah, I got some. Still working on that. I'm pretty much almost finished installing everything. I ran into some hiccups on that install with the no major hiccups. It was more like the bolts. You know, the bolts wouldn't fit on that fork. I think that fork was made for what you call that? When you just stick the bolt through the hub. Yeah, you're supposed to just put the bolt in on one side and then you tighten it up on the other side. And so with me trying to put the bolt from that motor, you know, the motors come with big bolts. They don't have those little teeny like bolts you get on like a regular bike and stuff. They're a lot bigger than the regular bolts. So that big old bolt wouldn't fit on those forks. So I had to order. I just went ahead and ordered it. I probably could have went to a hardware store and tried to match it up and stuff. But anyway, that's the only thing that kind of held me up from putting up the front wheel and the back. The back wheel went on okay. Only thing with the back wheel is I just had to and put a adapter on for the brakes, disc brake. Cause it's got one of the old, it's an old mongoose brute. I think it's a Brutus. I think that's what the name of that bike originally was. Fat tire, kind of like the what was that? A Malice and the Dolomite from Mongoose. But it was a single speed bike. It doesn't have the gears, so it wasn't made to have disc brakes on it and stuff. So me converting it to disc brake is what the hang up was on that, cause got to get stuff to fit it and stuff like that. You always run into fitting problems and stuff like that. There's nothing unusual for me. That's the way it usually go. Stuff ain't fitting right as far as brake line up and stuff like that. But it's no big deal. I'll fix it and straighten it out. Just take some time. Just slow down everything. Fix that later. Alright, got one more panel. And no, I got two more panels. Alright, this one, yeah, just some silhouette of them. Them tossing it up. This panel pretty easy. Let's do some explosion. And there they tossing it up. I think I might put like in the dialogue like this goes on for a while with them just tossing it up like that. Alright, that's that panel. This panel, quick flash of some fisticuffs. This one I want to convey to it's leaning back, because if he take this punch, think I got it the way I wanted it to look for the most part. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of like punch stuff, you know, like pow, bing, bang type stuff going on here. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for now, guys. Alright, then first panel. Him reeling back from the punch he took. Then there's him jumping back into the fight. You know, he recovered and jumps back into the fight. I think his head is a little too small in there, but I'll fix that once I ink it. Then right here they going blow for blow, and that's them mixing it up for a while. I think I'm gonna put some caption in there, let you know that's going on for a good while there. Them back and forth blows, and then this him, the champion, getting hit with a two piece. Bam, bam. Alright, guys, this is page 23 of Superior, issue 1. And, yeah, we finished roughing it. We got one more page to go. And then we'll go back and actually start inking and getting really into the detail of the page. You know, bringing the page to completion, like ink it, background, word captions and all that. I think once I get back to the first page and start doing that, we're going to actually, go into detail. Actually complete the whole page, dialogue and all, before we move on to the next page. So when I get to page 24 and I finish that page, the book will be finished, So yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's it for comic books for now. So right now, I want to show where I got to on my e-bike. So right now, I had to do this, take care of this on my e-bike. So I was lucky with this back motor kit I got. It actually got, where you can do both. You can use the wires like this, or you can just use the waterproof quick connect for the motor. But the way the controller is, I'm definitely going to use this. But what I did was I had to do some soldering. I soldered some bullet connectors on here. And yeah, as you can see, yeah, I cut off the little metal rings and I soldered these bullet connectors on the front and the back. I did that. I also did that for the back motor. And this is the actual speed controller, which is going to go in this bag, which I'm going to hook up to my bike. So I did the same for you guys who want to know about this controller. Let me see, I'm blocking my light a little bit. Let's go back. Can y'all read that? Can y'all see that? Smart dual drive Bldc controller. It's trying to get it to focus. .48 volt, as you can see, 1000 watt times 2, and it's a 40 amp controller. So which is cool. And you see it says for the color display, which all came in a kit. So what I had to do with this, as you can see, it's got a hookup for 2 motors. This is for one of the motors. See, I got to make sure that each one of the hall sensors are separated so they don't end up getting hooked up to the wrong motor. But anyways, I had to solder the other end of the bullet connector on these. So I did that on both sides. So for instance, so this is how it's going to go. Going to plug these in. See, green and green. That's going to plug in there. Yellow. And blue. There we go. That's a pretty good connection. Yep. That's for the that'll be for the back, and the other one connections for the front. So I'm all set. All I have to do is put this on the bike, put everything in its place. I'm all good to go. Only thing holding me up from that is some bolts bolting that front wheel down on them forks. Them forks was like tricky. And the hydraulic brakes. I got to install hydraulic brakes on it. That's the only things that's keeping me from having that bike 100% ready to go. Alright guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.